What's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you the best Trickster build to absolutely destroy enemies including elites in 1 to 2 shots. I'm going to teach you how to do what I do and get some absolutely insane damage. So high in fact that people will accuse you of using modded weapons or cheating. I'm also going to share with you my top tips which may help improve your gameplay, so make sure to stick around until the end. Firstly, welcome to Dakes Gaming. My name's Dan and I'll be running you through what I believe is the best Trickster build out there for dealing huge damage on a single target. If you're new here, make sure to press that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. The Trickster class is without doubt the highest damage dealing class in the game, and by using specific armor and mods paired with the right weapons, you can make a very viable build that absolutely slaps everything you come across. I'll guide you through everything that you need to know to make that build, but also give you some advice on other mods you could use and how I rank them on levels of importance. With that being said, let's jump into it. To make this build, you're going to need the following skills: Twisted Rounds, Hunt the Prey, and Venator's Knife. Twisted Rounds increases your firepower, as you're likely very aware. However, when you chain this with 2 specific mods, you can really bump up your damage. Hunt the Prey gets you behind the enemy, so you can take advantage of the extra damage buffs, but can also apply vulnerable to enemies you teleport behind with Radiation Jump, which is really helpful. Finally, Venator's Blade will be clutch for hitting high damage, as you get double damage to targets affected by this skill. Take this damage for instance, you can consistently hit huge damage numbers with ease, taking down every enemy and every boss in the game with one shot. You'll notice that the damage and close range damage are all selected on the top tree. In addition, you'll also notice that we've picked up all armor piercing nodes too, which is really important. The reason armor piercing is important to this build is because when paired with plate piercer, it allows you to deal more crit damage, and when twisted rounds aren't active, you'll deal additional damage. We've completely missed out the cooldown reduction nodes as a result of picking up the additional armor piercing, but that's okay, as the Yugake Ultra set doesn't need this if you use it correctly. When you target enemies that have Venator's Knife applied to them, teleporting behind them doesn't consume the cooldown, so the cooldown reduction nodes won't make a big difference. You'll also want to pick up gloves and boots that have firepower, close range damage, and cooldown reduction on them. Weapons wise, there are a number of weapons which will be amazing for dishing out the damage. These weapons are the Anomaly Effigy, which is a fantastic weapon for dealing damage and can clear smaller enemies very quickly due to Concentration Blast. If you're looking for something to quickly clear the smaller mobs, this weapon is incredible for that. You can also go with a weapon like Golem's Limb, as it boosts armor piercing and close range damage. Those two work very nicely together, and when you pair Golem Rising with Dark Sacrifice, you gain survivability and incredible damage. If survival is a challenge, this weapon will certainly help you stay alive. My last weapon of choice is Enoch's Blessing. This weapon has Gravedigger's Frenzy on it, and oh boy, is it a beast. When paired with Dark Sacrifice, you'll just need to get a crit on an enemy, then for 5 seconds you'll do 50% extra damage on your next crit shot. If you're looking for the numbers to be huge, Enoch's Blessing is your go-to weapon all day long. It's worth noting that you will really excel with this build if you're playing with debuff pyros. However, you can make this build work nicely no matter what class you play with, but pyros will always deliver the top damage without question. Now we get into the mods, and this is really important, so let's jump into it. I'll list all the mods in order of importance. You'll want to pick up the following tier 3 mods to add to your armor: Sharp Eye, Captain Hunter, Stare into the Barrel, and depending on what classes you play with, I'd recommend Tainted Blood or Euthanizer to increase damage against enemies affected by bleed or toxic by 25%. If you're running with a pyro, there is a tier 2 mod called Bullet Kindling, which gives an extra 20% damage for enemies affected by burn. Other tier 2 mods that you will want to use are Bloodlust and Personal Space. Now, when you're using the Yugage Ochura set, you won't be able to get every mod onto your gear, and this is fine. You'll still hit crazy damage like this, and have the set bonus, which is really clutch in gameplay. When I play, I always have Radiation Jump on my armor, because the vulnerable applied to enemies helps a lot when taking down literally any mob, elite or boss. It is tier 1, but it is so helpful when taking down bigger enemies. With that being said, let's get on to the bonus tip. A Pyro's skills and mods are pivotal to making this build work correctly if you're looking for insane damage. You will want your Pyros to be running Overheat with 3rd degree, it makes a big difference. Thermal Bomb with Fire Frenzy and Branded will make a huge difference too, and Triple Heatwave with Burnt Out for the extra 75% damage for 8 seconds. The rotation is Thermal Bomb, Heatwave and Overheat, and then you'll have max stacks of debuff on the target. The skill tree can make a difference, but the difference would be quite small in comparison when comparing these mods. I hope you found this video informative. What I'd like you to do now is go and try this out, find some friends and try and hit those big shots. Let me know in the comments how you find this build and if it has helped you achieve those big numbers. I will have a competition going on in my Discord too, which will last for a month from the date of recording. The person with the highest damage at the end will win a $25 voucher. If this damage is higher than my damage, the prize will be double, so that will be $50 in total. I'll leave a screenshot up in the competition area for you, so good luck! Anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in for the next video, touching more on hitting insane damage, but going even further into how we can increase damage for maximum damage output. And as always, have a great day. Take care.
People like, where the fuck am I? You guys can go, by the way. Oh, yeah, did it.